There we are. Good morning. This morning, I would like to do something a little bit different. And I apologize if some of this is going to come to you as a shock and you aren't aware of the seriousness of the situation yet. I empathize. I know how hard it is to believe and how hard it is to accept. But I implore everybody to please be aware and awake. You still have a chance to make this better. I was in the grocery store yesterday, and blaring through the speakers was the news. And on the news, they were encouraging neighbor to turn against neighbor. They are explaining just how authority is going to crack down on us for our human right to be together and to live freely. And we've seen this before in history. We've seen it with Stalin. We've seen it in World War II. We lived through it. We said no. It's happening again, and it's happening again in an insidious way. People are not awake and aware as to what is going on here. There is no more threat from any virus. This is a massive, monstrous plan for communism that they are guising under socialism, telling everybody that everybody will be fairly treated and equal. And yet it's not the truth. The truth is we are going to be controlled even further by those elite few with all the money and power. I implore you to make sure that you are aware of what is really happening here. And I want to base today's intentions on a letter to Santa Claus that illustrates what's happening here and what we would prefer. And I want you to be comforted in the fact that if you are starting to feel powerless on the realization of what is happening here in Canada, Canada is the testing ground for this monstrous new design. I want Canadians right now to feel that they have power. I want you to connect you again to your power. We each individually have a lot of personal power. We can actually change the frequency, the reality that we live in. And it is exponential. We are many. We put our powers together by putting these intentions out there. We can actually shift reality together. We are many, they are few. So if you can't, if you don't want to hear about this, then I suggest maybe you skip today's meditation with me. But I implore you to please hear me out. Dear Santa Claus, here's the letter. I know you have magic and hope you can help with my wishes for this year. I am on your good list. I wish for a government that would never dream of stealing my assets and imprisoning me in an internment camp for exercising my right to choose what I allow into my sacred body, or for being with my fellow man. I wish for a government that would never consider mobilizing military forces against their own people for any reason. I wish for a government that is comprised of fully awake, conscious human beings that uphold the principles of integrity, honesty, responsibility, accountability, transparency, consensus, and protection of our freedoms and human rights. I wish to feel proud and to sing our national anthem again, our true north strong and free. I wish to breathe unrestrictedly the breath of life. I wish to freely gather with my friends and family to break bread and join our voices in harmony to share the sentiment of joy, peace, and goodwill for all at this time of year and always. Santa, I hope you heard that. So today, Santa is going to be in all of us as we are going to create this frequency resonance of the higher vibration of love and freedom and goodwill. And we're going to put that into our intention. We're going to release that into the world. It's going to match up and light up other people's intentions out there for the same thing. We're going to change the reality we live in together. This is our power. Need to believe right now. Okay, so find a place where you won't be disturbed for the next 25 minutes or so. We can do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. So find a place that you can relax, sitting or lying down. And when you're comfortable, I want you to close your eyes and just take the breath of life in. Beautiful breath of life. Have it fill up your whole lungs and your abdomen, your whole being. And when do it again. And when I want you to exhale, release it all with the exhale. Release all the tension in your body. Release all your worries and concerns. Right now, we're going to relax the body and focus on an inward journey to where we can access each other, this connectivity, and this power to create this higher frequency resonance and share it. So focus now, take one more big breath. Let yourself sink into the caring arms of Pachamama, our earth that supports us at all times. And then I want you to focus on your feet and ask them to relax. And your shins, your calves, your knees, your ankles, just relax. And focus on your hips, your upper legs, your pelvic area, your buttocks. And just relax. Focusing on your inner organs, your back and all of your spine, your ribs, your breast, your chest. And simply let go. Feel your shoulders drop down into a nice loose position where they're not bearing any weight. And focus on your arms, your forearms, your hands, and your fingers, and just feel them let go. Your neck is nice and supple, bearing no weight. The skin on your scalp and your face. Notice if there's any tension there. And if there is, you can just ask it to relax now. Focus on your jaw. Feel it unhinge and drop down. Let go. And now your eyelids. I want you to soften them an extra few degrees. Feel them being very soft and light. Move into yourself, to your brain. Ask your right brain to relax. Ask your left brain to relax. Now I want you to address your mind. Address your mind. I want you to thank it for all it does for you. It's a beautiful, beautiful tool that serves us well. Sometimes can get a little bit out of control and a little bit bossy. So I want you to ask your mind now that as much as you appreciate it, you would like it to just sit on the couch and chillax for this next half hour. Maybe let the heart drive the bus. Stick around. We value its counsel, but just maybe hang out for a bit and relax. And then I want you to imagine yourself inside. I want you to imagine an avatar of yourself. I want you to see yourself on the ground, looking up at the sky. And I want you to see your thoughts. And they're rolling by like clouds. You can point them out. That's what I want you to do. I just want you to notice them right now, but don't want you to get engaged and let them carry you away. I want you to be the observer, the witness on the outside, just watching them go by. Well, look, here I am thinking about that again. And oh, there's that thought. Just let it go. Let it go. You can think about them later. Let them go right now. It's a really important distinction that I want you to see, is that you are not your thoughts. They're up there, you're down here. You are something much, much greater, something so deep and so wonderful. And you are not your thoughts. You are the master of your thoughts. As much as it seems opposite to that sometimes, you can and you are. So what I want you to do now is imagine that avatar of yourself inside your head, taking a beautiful wooden spiral staircase from the head down into the heart. And I want you to feel it viscerally. Feel the wonderful, warm texture of the grain of the wood on the railing, trailing against your fingertips as you make your way down the staircase. I want you to hear the soft patting of your feet touching down on each step. And I want you to feel the sensation of buoyancy or gliding as you make your way down. And as you arrive on the platform in front of your heart, you might notice things like gates up or walls with locks on them. This is normal. As human beings, we all get hurt and erect these barriers around our hearts in particular. But I want you to right now just access and acknowledge and know that you have free passage at any and all times. It is your heart. So I want you to imagine now those locks disintegrating, the gates creaking open, maybe a bridge appears over the moat. And you approach the gate to your heart and it cracks open. And brilliant, brilliant beams and rays of lemon yellow sunlight are spilling out everywhere. You open the door and walk into this beautiful light, and it not only surrounds you, it bathes you in its warmth. And I want you to look around and see where you are in your heart. And your heart is the most safe, special, happy place you could ever imagine or have been to. It can be from your past or from your imagination. I want you to sit in that now and really feel it. Really, really put the image together. Really sense everything. What colors do you see? How vibrant and vivid are they? Is the sky super blue? Can you feel the warmth on your skin of the sun? Is the earth beneath you with the grass? Or are you bathing in the ocean or a lake? What do you hear? Do you hear the song of nature? Do you hear the song of human voices in harmony? Children laughing? Do you hear the sound of your woodworking drill? Because that might be your happy place, building. Do you feel safe, secure, happy? This is a place where joy is imminent, joy is abundant. Do you feel very grateful and content and peaceful here? So I want you to just really sit with that for a moment. Feel this wonderful, happy, safe place that you have, that you can always return to at any time. And then I want you to look down and notice that you're all of a sudden floating. The light has become really bright and you're floating in it. And you look down at your hand and you notice that it has disillusioned into brilliant, all your cells into brilliant specks of light. You're perceiving yourself as an energy being, the energy being that we all are. Because we are all comprised of energy. It is the common denominator of the universe. I want you to experience yourself as an energy being or a light being right now. You're existing as a light cloud, let's say. See yourself cocooned with layers and layers of energy. And I want you to look around and see your energy is always in constant contact, always joined to the outer layers of the energy of everything else around you and everyone around you. The separation is an illusion that we are all connected at all times. I want you to look up and see the ribbon of most beautiful cosmic energy flow above you. And I want you to see yourself, your energy light, merging with the flow. This is the flow of higher consciousness, the flow of one, of the cosmos. The flow of one, where we go back to where we originated from, where we are connected to everything and everyone. We are actually everything and everyone, and everything and everyone is actually us. There is no separation. And I want you to feel that wonderful sense of coming home when you join, when you rejoin for whatever length of time you were there, and just to sense that connectivity and that wondrous, wondrous sensation of being home. And I want you to recognize that you have at your fingertips all the knowledge and wisdom of the universe here. This is a magical place. I call it the nexus. It's where spontaneous healings can happen. It's where miracles happen. It's where we have the power. We truly have the power to create the reality that we would like to live in. And this is a place of higher resonance frequency. The frequencies where there's only certain things that can exist at this frequency. These frequencies are love and light and peace and joy. And from this place where we have this power, we're going to create a reality for the reality we want to live in on this earthly plane here and now. We're going to anchor it with these lovely higher resonance frequency emotions like love and gratitude. And that's how we're going to make that our reality in this generous here and now present moment. So let's go ahead and build that. What does that look like? I want you to imagine yourself, let's say tomorrow for starters, going about your day. Imagine waking up in the morning, first of all, and feeling completely healthy and vibrant. You are healed in every way, physical, mental, emotional, energetically, because you know how to look after yourself. And we have all the resources we need and the teachers we need to help us learn how to look after our bodies, how to look after ourselves, to live in this world in a healthy, vibrant way. So I want you to just imagine how wonderful that is, first of all. In your body, what does it feel like? I feel buoyant, absolutely excited to move and move with grace and ease and feel the absence, be unburdened by the absence of any pain or illness. The trust and confidence to know that my body is a beautiful, efficient system that goes into balance, equilibrium naturally. It repairs itself. I just need to allow it to do so. And then I want you to imagine having abundance of everything you need: fresh air, clean drinking water, abundant, safe, natural food. I want you to imagine that not only you, but your entire family has this privilege, has this gift of abundance. I want you to imagine your community, everybody having this abundance. I want you to imagine the whole world having access to these basic survival needs. And then I want you to imagine what life looks like in the world with other people. I want you to imagine the laughter and camaraderie between your workmates, people not carrying tension, people smiling at one another at the grocery store, people lending a helping hand to one another when help is needed. I want you to imagine systems of government that are enabling and empowering the flow of people's productivity, not controlling it, not forcing, supporting, empowering, respecting freedoms. I want you to imagine a world where all your freedoms are intact right now. Your freedom to breathe without restriction, your freedom to be with your family and friends and whomever you choose in whatever number at any time. Your freedom of speech, your freedom to be heard, your freedom to pursue your passions in life, and to live your life as you see fit. I want you to imagine what it would be like, and these freedoms that we had so recently and have so recently been taken away. We can still attach with the feelings of what those freedoms might entail, even if we took it for granted before. Right now, we can appreciate those freedoms. So I want you to feel what it feels like to walk around in your life healthy and happy, in love with life, pursuing your gifts that you can contribute back to the world voluntarily, building, inventing. Imagine all the resources freed up from being out of our survival mode and into creation mode, into inventing, where we put our heads together and solve the world's problems, where we heal Pachamama, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. We help rectify the pollution problems. We find a way to live in balance with her and respect her as she nourishes and supports us continually. I want you to feel a life where your connections are there. You feel connected by love to your family, to your friends, to this earth. Your heart is open, and that you can feel and hear communication on whole other levels than you thought possible. I want you to feel awake and aware, and that connected to that higher consciousness, that flow of one, to always, always be awake and aware that we are all one. It does not help us to control one another. It does not help us to harm one another. It does not help us to take from one another. We need to work as a whole for everybody's good. We also need to do that, and it's possible to be done without sacrificing our sovereignty or our freedoms. We need to intend this reality into existence. I want you to imagine right now, put as much detail as you can for yourself. What does it look like for you? What are you doing in your day? Are you doing something that you care about? Something that you know will contribute? something, a gift that you are giving of yourself? Are you being together with other people? Are you feeling connected? Are you going to sleep at night fulfilled? Feel that right now. Feel that fulfillment. How great would it feel to know that you're providing for your family, their health and well-being? How great would it be to know that everyone around you also has these same privileges and freedoms? How wonderful would it be to walk out into the world, fresh, clean air, and fresh water, and healthy ecosystems, feel the connection and the love between yourself and Mother Earth? How does it feel? I feel light and buoyant. My heart is swelling. I feel freedom, gratitude, such immense gratitude, joy, so much joy, seeing the smiles and the laughter, hearing the laughter, the touching, the hand holding, the shoulder sharing, times of difficulty, the support, the togetherness, and the freedoms to have our privacy and the freedoms to live and be free. It is our human rights. It is one of the gifts of living this life. I want you to imagine how wonderful it would feel to live in that reality. Do you tingle all over? Do you jump up out of bed in the morning excited for your day, with full of purpose? You sleep well at night, full of fulfillment and peace. I want you to imagine walking around in that beautiful world and taking note and feeling the gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so honored and I'm so blessed and I am so worthy of this. I am so worthy, as we all are, to have these beautiful freedoms, to live this beautiful life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want you to now to take a big breath in. When we release that breath, we're going to release this intention into the world. I want you to feel it as a big ball of energy now in your center, in the heart, the solar plexus, the dantian. Build that energy ball up for your intention of this reality. And then I want you to really, really, really soak it with these feelings of joy and peace and gratitude. Gratitude, such gratitude, as if it's already happened, because it is done. So say we all. Anchor it into the present generous moment. And then when we release the breath and exhale, we're going to release that energy out into the world. I like to envision it as rings of energy, like a supernova, star exploding, going out from me and encircling the globe. Ready? Take the breath in, build up that energy, and share it. I feel tingly all over when I do that. And I can just feel it lighting up all the other energy out there of the same frequency. And with all that energy around us lit up that way, that becomes the frequency that we live in. Hence, that becomes our reality. So thank you today for joining me in this. Please continue to do this. Get used to, now that we've built this intention, call it up at any time, as often as you can during the day, that you have a few seconds to envision it and feel it and release it. The more we put this energy out there, the more we will be able to shift reality. And so come back into your bodies now, wiggle your hands and your toes. Maybe rock your head from side to side, shift your limbs, open your eyes when you're ready. Come back into the room, come back into your body. And I hope you feel as good as I do right now about this. Hope you found the power within and that you have hope for our future. And that I want to thank you for joining me, whether it's live or the recorded version, it all works. Let's build these intentions. Let's put them out there as much as we can. Let's make a difference for ourselves. We can do this. Have a great day, and we'll see you again soon.